want to show you is a few exercises that we do in Philadelphia. We're going to start off, and I'm going to hope that you guys might remember some of these and start doing them. Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever you can do, and it'll help you. Not only you guys, you girls. It'll help you look better. Let's get to it. All right, feet about shoulder width apart, toes turned in a little bit. Good balance, so nobody can knock you off balance right now, all right? Nobody can knock you off. All right, neck rotations to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, count them out. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. To yourself. All right, reverse it now. Start from the front, let's go the other way. Stretch your neck good. First thing that goes in the morning when you're shampooing your hair is your neck. Basic pinched nerve in the neck. Paralyzed for a couple days. Happened to me when I played golf with Arnold Palmer. Of all times, right? All right, now next thing it goes is the lower back. It ain't gonna go on you kids now, but it's gonna go on you when you get a little bit older. So let's do some waist twists. All the way around, rotating your hips all the way to the back. Under control now. Under control, nice and easy, loosen up. Your hands on the same plane like this. Okay? Looking all the way around the back, try to look all the way to the other side of your body. All right, now that we got that loose, keep going. We're going to keep our face straight ahead. Fix your eyes straight ahead now. We're not going to rotate our waist, just our hands and shoulders. All right? Try to stretch the middle of your back. All right? Okay, here we go. Now let's go to the next. So we're going to work our groin a little bit. Feet just a little bit further apart. All right? Don't forget toes pointed in. All right? Hands anywhere. Folded on your hips, anything. What we're going to do is take all our weight to one side. No help from anything else on your body. All right, back over to the other side. We're stretching our groin now. We don't want to pull any groins. Back over. All right, make it stretch. Feel it right in here. Okay, back over the other side. Try to get a little lower. Doing great, Christy. All right, now back over. Back to the other side. Back to the other side. All right. All right, that ain't so bad thus far, is it? Okay, now we're going to do some basic toe touches. We're going to do them nice and slow. Start with hands over the head. I'm going to count to 10 with me, all right? 1. You notice I have a tough time getting down. 2, you guys bend over and touch your hands on the ground, no problem, because you're 13, 14 years old. 5. This is for the hamstring. The biggest, longest, and weakest muscle in your body. 9. All right, 10. Now stay down, grab both ankles and pull your nose to your knee. Same thing, hamstring. The count of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make it hurt, all right? Hang your right toe in the air like that. Everybody's right toe up. Right toe. Not that it matters, but I'd like you to know left from right. Right toe, grab your ankle. All right, nose to your knee. Count to 10 again. Feel it in your hamstring. Lock your knee back so you feel it down the back of your leg. Raise your toe up as high as you can. All right, do the best you can, Christy. All right, count to 10. Okay, now the other leg, same thing. Okay? The other leg, same thing. Nose to the knee as best you can. All right, now we're going to go down to the ground a little bit. Everybody down on this nice green grass with no snow on it. Legs spread as far as you can spread them. Now we're going to do the waist twist again from the ground. It's going to work on the back of our legs all the way down, all right? Now look straight ahead and try to find your toe. You don't need to look at your toe to touch it. Little manual dexterity here. All right? Now feel it in your hamstring and your groin when you turn it. Don't put your hands on the ground, Robbie. Just like I'm doing it, all right? Look straight ahead. Robbie, you turn your whole body like that now. You don't look at me, you look straight ahead. Okay, now hands behind the head. Elbow, right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee. Same thing, a little more stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, the more we do, the more flexibility you have when you're talking about your nose to your knee. When you can put your nose on your knee, you got a stretched and ready hamstring. All right? That's what we want to do. We want to have it ready for a real quick bursts of action, which is what happens in baseball. Okay, let's do our left ankle first. Grab your left ankle, pull your nose to your left knee. As good as you can do it now. You got to start somewhere. Take it to where it hurts and hold it as long as you can. That way, it looks good. Look at the girls. No problem. All right, that's 10. Let's go to the right knee. Nose to the knee. All right. Do the best you can, Robbie. All right, hold it to a 10 count while it's hurting. All right, both legs together, and we're going to do it with both knees, just like when we were standing up. It's for your lower back now and your hamstring. Nose to the knee, 10 count. Okay. Now, everybody lay back like I am. No, not like that, like I am. Reach out, take your right hand and grab your right foot, or left hand, left foot, it doesn't matter. Lock it out like that and hold it. Same thing, hamstring. Hurt? No? 10 count. All right. All right, switch legs. Same thing. 10 count. Inside of your foot. All right, we should have those hamstrings stretched real good, but we haven't done much for the quad now. And that's the opposite muscle. The strongest muscle in your body probably is your quad, which is your thigh. The weakest was what we just stretched. It's about 50% of your quad. So now we take them and put them behind us like a hurdler, all right? And we'll start out by going 1, 2. Touch your left toe, right toe. Sort of a waist twist in this position, all right? That's it. Give it a good twist. Good rotation. Do it the best you can. Okay, now reach out and grab your left ankle from that position, if you can. Just reach out. Geez, look at Christy. She's all the way down. Do the best you can. 1, 2, 3. The elbow should be turned out now, pushing your hands together. 4, 5. That was a 4 and a 5 mixed up there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody's stomach hurt? 11. Come too far up, Christy. 13, 14, 15. Can anybody go to 20? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we're going to flip over and do a few push-ups. The old-fashioned push-up, all right? 1, 2, 3, on your own. 4, 5, 6. Get on your fingertips if you can. 7, 8. Girls, if you can do 10, you're in the top 1% of your gender, or whatever you call it. 13, 14, 15. All right. Let me just tell you something about push-ups, for the guys anyway. Fingertip push-ups especially. There's no exercise that's better for your triceps, for your arms, for your forearms, for your fingers. If you're ever going to be a hitter, or you're ever going to play any sport of any kind, if you're lucky enough to move up, that's where you have to be strong. You don't just play catch, though. It's one of the basic skills in baseball, learning the proper way to throw, all right? And the proper way to catch. There is a proper way to do it, and then you want to start at your age learning the right way to do it. And when you're talking about basic skills, I can't think of anybody that I'd rather bring here to help us out with that subject than Frank White. Frank, come on in.
Frank, yeah.
How you doing, Frankie?
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Welcome. This guy's won 6 gold gloves, American League, best second baseman in the American League. Great to have you here.
Oh, it's nice to be able to talk baseball with you, Mike. It's a real privilege for me. Well, kids, there's a lot involved in throwing a baseball accurately to first base. And as you know, as a second baseman, I'm required to throw from a lot of different angles. And one of the best ways to make sure that I get that ball to first base is the proper grip. And the proper grip is the way we're taught in the academy is across the seams with 2 fingers on top and your thumb underneath the ball. That way, when you go to throw from the side or underneath, you don't get that ball that dips down to the first baseman. You always get that true throw. This is how the pitchers want to grip it like this. And always remember, it's not only proper to grip it this way, but there's another thing involved, and that's your step. You have to step directly at your target and try to hit him in the chest.
All right, Frank, yeah, you say you try to hit him in the chest all the time, even when you're trying to throw a runner and tag him out?
Right, Mike. You really try to keep the ball at the chest because that's the ball that's easiest for the other infielders to handle. And when you receive a throw from another infielder, you have to take that step forward because you want to get your momentum going forward. You don't want to be backing up. So watch Mike when he catches this ball. He moves to the ball, and you always take that step up.
Frank, let me ask you a question you might think silly. I see you got a little tiny glove there. I mean, I know you want a lot of gold gloves, but it's awful small. I was taught late in my career that I'm supposed to catch the ball in the web of the glove. Where do you try to catch it?
Well, Mike, most of my balls are caught right in this area here.
Well, you got part of the web, right?
Right, just barely a part of it because my glove is a lot smaller than yours.
Yeah, but it's wrong to try to catch balls in the pocket.
It's not, only if you use 2 hands, Mike, it's okay, but when you go in to tag a runner out at second base, or when you're receiving a relay throw from the outfield, and you want to make sure you get that ball up in here where it won't pop out on you.
All right, well, why don't we throw a few more here, kids? Once you join in, get warm, think about what Frank told you about gripping the ball and hitting your partner in the chest. Let's go. Remember what he said about moving into the ball.
Okay, you infielders try to catch with 2 hands as much as possible.
Okay, Susan, remember that grip on the ball we talked about now,
Mike,
right?
that looks pretty good. Try to catch it with 2 hands. Here, why don't you try my glove here? See if you can use a small glove for a small hand. Okay. Now, you won't lose the ball in this glove. You'll always know where it's at, but you have to use 2 hands to catch it. Okay. See what I mean? Rob, most left-handers, when they throw the ball, they usually grip it and they have their fingers too far apart. And that makes the ball, when you throw it to your target, it makes the ball go down and away from them. So if you grab the ball across the seams with your fingers close together and your thumb underneath there and come over the top, then you should get a true throw to your target. Why don't you try it a couple times and see how it works out? That's a lot straighter, isn't it? Okay, now remember across the seams, across the wide seams. There we go. And as you play catch a little bit more, those seams will just come to you automatically. And when we field ground balls in the games, and when we do it in practice, you just get a habit of rolling the ball in your hand and get it across those seams, because your first baseman really has a tough job getting to the base. Then when he turns around, he doesn't want the ball sinking in the dirt on him, and that's why the across the seams is really important. It makes the ball ride true and straight.
Because when I throw it sometimes, Smarty's have a natural screwball.
Right,
and it
right.
tends to move.
And that's why it's very important to keep your fingers close together and get the ball back in there like that.
What are you doing?
Chris, Frank and I are playing a game called Pepper. We play it all the time in the big leagues. 4 games. Spring training, we have to play a lot of it, too, because when you're talking about basic skills in baseball, right after throwing comes hitting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, the first thing you want to learn to do is play Pepper, because you're controlling the bat and the ball, and Frank's getting a chance to throw with accuracy back to me and giving me good strikes to hit. I'm doing my best to keep my eye on the ball and have a little bat control here and hitting the good ground balls. It's one thing you got to try to master is the art of playing Pepper. You guys want to try it?
Yeah.
Hop on down there and let's see how accurate your arms are. Hustle up now, let's go.
There we go.
Help them spread out a little bit there, Frank.
Okay. You want to get your legs apart and have enough room so you can reach left and right without hitting the other fella, or lady in this instance. And try to throw good strikes
Give me
to
a good
Mike.
throw and I'll try to work right up and down the line there.
He needs good strikes so he can move the ball around like it's supposed to be done.
Anybody take some?
Glove hand side gets the ball.
Let's go. We're hoping this works good now. All right, let's go. Watch it into your glove. Give me a good throw. Over Gary. Over Chris. Good throw. That girl.
Hey,
nice catch.
Chris.
I knew you were going to catch it before I hit it. And away. How about a little chatter?
Gotta play a game with this.
Need another ball, it's all right. And then we can play a little game starting right now. When you miss the ball, you're out of the game. We'll see how long these people can hang around.
Oh.
Nice catch.
I think Christy's gonna win this one, Mike.
Oh, Mike hang in there. Good catch. Comes Gary, see if he can catch. All right, Chris, here we go. Now they're bearing down a little, Frank.
I think so. Uh-oh! Christy let me down.
Christy's out. All right, we got 3 left.
Gary moves real smooth.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Chris blocked down with his chest.
Boy, he's backing up on me now, Frank.
I think he might.
God, I can't get him out of here. Can't get him out. Hey! Jeez, that's 2 tough hops in a row. Try hitting it. I can't even hit it over the head. Frank, we covered a lot today, even though it's about basic skills. We talked a lot about throwing. We played pepper. We learned to move, shift our feet, get in front of the ball, pick up a target. Why don't we try to put it all together with a little drill here, and you can work with 4 of the kids.
I'll be happy to, Mike.
I'll just roll you 1 at you and 1 to either side. You can go ahead and make the throw over there. That's what the kids are going to have to do. They can keep an eye on how you move your feet and how you pick up your target. How smooth you are.
That's an old nickname, Mike.
All right. I want you to let the kids hop in there 1 at a time, and you can check them out and see if they learned anything today.
Okay, Mike, come on in. And remember when we were playing catch slow earlier, remember your grip on the ball.
Yeah.
And on these ground balls, what you want to try to do is keep your hands out front, get your weight going forward, and complete your throw to first base.
Okay. Remember to pick up your target.
And you're going sideways, not too far. Just shift your feet over like this.
Okay, get your feet set. All right, Mike, good job.
Good job. Susan, come on in here. Let me see what you can do. Remember earlier when we talked about the grip on the ball? We'll give you a straight throw, okay? Cross the seams, and good hard throw to first base.
Okay, Susan. That a girl. Don't worry about that.
That away.
Just throw it.
Don't forget to bend at the knees now. That a girl.
That away. Okay, a couple more. Try a couple more. Frank, how about talking to her
a little bit more about like this, okay? Try to get those knees down there in front of the ball.
How about what we call a crow hop?
The crow hop, you know what a crow hop is? A crow hop is after you get the ball, and you do a little jump like this. That's a crow hop. And all it does is it gets more power behind your throw, and it gets your whole body going in the direction of the throw.
Gets all your weight underneath you, too, and you feel a little bit more on balance. That's what we're talking about. That looked good. 1 more.
Think you get it every time.
Super. You definitely learned fast.
See how much harder that throw was? Great. Come on in, Tony.
All right, Tony, let's go, baby. Did you hear that bit about the crow hop?
Okay, try to use 2 hands, Tony, on the ground balls.
Okay, Tony.
Atta boy.
That away, good job. All right, back in position.
Get yourself set now. Atta boy.
Well, he learned a lot today.
I think so. Looks good. Come on, Rob. Your turn, big guy.
Okay, Rob. Ready?
Rob's the one that has trouble throwing screwballs.
Okay,
that looked like a pretty good throw right there.
Back up a little, Rob. Here we go. Now, is that how you want to be when you're waiting?
Now you want to get like this, Rob. Atta boy. Keep that hand.
There you go. How do you grip it, Dale? I know. I like to have it in my finger.
Well, yeah, I think many of your theories on hitting, Mike, are just excellent. In fact, I think I might mention to you, I was walking around Chicago last season. I picked up your book, and it's been a great help to me. But I think your theories about your stance and gripping the bat are so important. You know, you have the ability to swing the bat, and you want to make sure you let your hands and your wrists work for you. And the best way to do it is to grip it in your fingertips. Make sure you don't get it too far back in the palms of your hands, but grab it in your fingertips to make sure your wrists work and you have good control of the bat.
I had a good way to illustrate what you're saying. in college, my coach said, well, if you really want to find out how true this is, if a couple of you in the front take your bat in your hand like this and push it back in the palm of your hand. Dale, you can do this too, because I know you'll see why you grip it the way you do. Just take your top hand now, if you got it pushed back. Now, if I said to you, I want to see how far you can throw this bat with one hand, just like that, see how far you can throw it. You wouldn't take it like that, would you? You'd take it and you'd grip it like that. You'd have it in your fingertips
like
and have your top hand have the ability to do that, right? Doesn't it feel a little bit stronger if you can, if you have it in control of your fingers? So if I want to throw this bat as far as I can throw it, I could throw it a lot farther with it in my fingers.
That's a good point.
Which means I can get a lot more top hand action when I'm hitting.
What's taking so long? I want to get in there and hit.
All right, we'll get in there, Ed. Let's let Dale and I talk a little bit about and have a couple of you kids participate in where we stand in the batter's box and why we stand where we stand and actually how we attempt to swing at the ball. Show me where you stand.
Okay.
We talked about that at the All-Star game, right?
Yeah, I'm probably not as far away from the plate as you are. I like
maybe by the end, maybe by the end of the academy here, we'll have you a little bit further off the plate.
Hey, I really I do agree with a lot of your theories. I like to think in my mind, and I probably can reach it from where you stand, but I like to think in my mind that I won't have any problem with that outside pitch.
You stand that close to the plate?
Yeah, I think I'm about here. Sometimes, you know, I will back off a little bit. But now, as a right-handed hitter, let's look at the toughest place for me to hit the ball. The toughest place is right out here because it's furthest away from my eyes.
Low and away, it's also the easiest place for them to throw it, right?
That's right, that's right. So I got to make sure in my mind that I can hit his best pitch, which is going to be a low and away fastball about knee high. So I stand right about here. Now, one of the good ways to see if you got plate coverage, of course, is to just stick your bat out there and then drop it. See, now I can...
You got it.
I can't cover the plate. In fact,
no wonder they get mad when the ball's about 6 inches off the plate and you hit it out to right field.
Now, one of the things I have a tendency, kids, is to swing at a ball outside, and that's why I like to get a little closer, because I'd like to have the discipline that Mike has, but sometimes I don't. So if that ball's a little away, I want to make sure if I'm going to swing at it, I can reach it. And so I do kind of stand a little bit closer.
All right, let me ask you a question. Let me interrupt you for a second here. Aren't you, as a tall guy that can drive the ball a long way, mainly concerned about getting in a spot in the batter's box where you can comfortably extend? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You want to be able to extend comfortably. Yeah. I think you stand too close.
Well, you know, I've had some people tell me that. You know, I think it was one of the things that I've learned playing baseball is everybody has an opinion, but everybody, and they're all good. And I do experiment once in a while. In fact, after I did read some of your theories in your book, I did move away from the plate, and it was helpful. And my problem was I started getting too far away. Yeah. So I had to make some adjustments.
Come on, Mike. We didn't even swing the bat yet. What's going on?
Well, I want to look at a couple of your stances and the way you stride here, and I want Dale to look at them, and then we're going to do some hitting, all right? You're lefty, huh?
Well, I wish I was a left-handed hitter.
So do I.
Okay. Good. All right. Go ahead and take a swing. Take a good one. All right. Go ahead and take another one. Great. I think that's a good stride. I think the thing, like Mike says, is striding. Make sure you stride toward the plate, or at least straight. Okay, and you're doing good. You're striding right into here.
I think they should always check that. And, you know, we were doing it. We were talking. But one thing I always check, and I know you do too, is, you know, when I stride and I start to swing that bat, where is it? You know, where is it? I don't want to find myself. Sometimes I get in a little bit of a slump and I'm pulling off the ball a little bit with my shoulder. Next thing I find myself doing is getting in there too far. You know, I get in there too far and I get too concerned about that low and away pitch. And when I get in there too far, I almost have to open my shoulder in order to hit a lot of pitches comfortably. So always check what kind of plate coverage you have. All right? I saw you take a swing now, Dale. That leads me into another thought. How do you like to swing at the ball?
Well, I think in my mind, I like to think a level swing. I think sometimes when you see the ball, you get so excited you may swing up a little bit. The best swing is a level swing, and just if you hit a long home run, hit it way up in the air, it's going to happen. But those are just side benefits of taking a good swing. I think if I can think in my mind, nice level swing, even maybe sometimes even thinking down like I'm chopping a tree. You know, if a tree's standing here and I want to cut it this way, cut it down, of course, then you have to cut it up. But cut down, chop right down on that tree. And if I'm thinking that in my mind, I'm going to take a level swing, and that swing's going to level out.
Chris, hop out here. Let's see if you can think a little bit about what Dale was just talking about. Now here's it. You're a tall guy. I'm fairly tall, a little bit above average. But Chris is a short guy now, Dale, right? Mm-hmm. His job's not going to be on his team to hit balls out of the ballpark or drive the ball a long way, and he's not going to be really concerned about leverage, you know, getting the bat and arms extended on the ball. He's going to be more concerned about getting down to first base, right, Chris, and being a base runner because he's fast. I think that a hitter like that should maybe crowd the plate a little bit and choke up.
I agree with that. I think, you know, and having a small strike zone as well is going to, you need to get close to the plate. I think there's no problem with that.
Pop-ups are no good to you, are they, Chris? Yeah. You want to hit them on the ground and on the line, right? Let me see you take a couple swings now and think about what Dale said about swinging down on the ball.
Okay. Now think about that.
Now
think about
what he said by think down.
There, okay. Now I think you're going to take a level swing. If in your mind you're thinking down, it's going to end up being a level swing.
Try to swing from right here down. See, now watch me. I'm going down. In other words, your bat should be going down through the strike zone. Now, you see, you finish up right here. When you finished up, you came up. I'd like to see your bat go down through the strike zone. So we're going to try to hit the ball on the line or on the ground. There, that was. Now you know what you got out of that. You got a level
swing. Great. Watch the ball hit the bat now. Just think about that. Great. Some line drives in this bat here.
I hear you.
Great, great. Ground balls and line drives, no pop-ups.
Okay, one more, Dale.
Okay. Hit that ball right on the line. Okay. All right. Okay. Now remember, just a sec, Mike. Remember now, get in your stance there. All right. Remember, you want your bat to be thinking down like this, all right?
All right.
Straight down like this. Okay, you don't want to be doing like this now, so you don't want that, okay? You want straight down like that and hit the ball on the line. Okay. Great. Now see, that's a ground ball, but you hit that one with a lot more authority. Straight down. Okay. Try to get now. Just think about hitting that ball straight in the ground. Great. Okay. A little too high yet. One more. Hit that ball right on the line. Great. That's good though. You're choked up. That's good. Okay. No, we don't want any. Okay. We want to make sure you choke up now, Chris. Good. Make sure your grip's right now. You got it in your fingertips?
Yeah.
Okay, you choked up? All right. Okay, now hit a line drive right here. All right. Ball's just a little bit high. Okay. Great. Nice going. All right. We'll get it here this time. Right here. All right, that's better. Oh, my word. Okay. That was a bullet right there. Nice one. Foul ball, but you hit it hard. That's a base hit. That went right through the second baseman, I think. Nice going. Okay, remember, no pop-ups now. You want line drives. Nothing but line drives. Okay. This time, swing down through and watch that ball hit the bat. Now, just think about that. Watch the ball hit the bat. That ball is way out of Atlanta. Man, how old are you, Gary?
13.
Golly, you stay around a couple of years, maybe we can challenge each other for a home run title or something. Mike will be long gone by then. It'll just be you and me.
Why don't we get into some things right here right now? I'd like for you to start off by helping us all out, helping them out with their positioning, their ready position, and how they, how they execute the crossover step.
All right.
And how to gain some depth and get back to balls that are in the hole. Why don't we go right back out here?
Sure. Everybody glove, Mike. There we go. Okay, first of
That works
all,
good. That's good.
what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how to get deep on a ball, hit to your left and right. First of all, you have to get yourself positioned in a good spot where you can move both laterally left and right. If the ball is hit to your left, you don't want to step this way to go after that ball because you're cutting your distance down between you and the ball. What you want to do is you want to cross over and go at an angle back and try to cut the ball off in this angle here. And when you execute this same play to your right, again, we don't want to step straight in on the ball. You always want that first step to be a crossover step and back in this area here. That gives you more ground to cover and gives you a better chance to catch the ball.
Why don't we each try that a couple times? Matter of fact, we can all get in line right here, all four of us.
Right.
Let's start with one to our left and then come back and then do one to our right.
Okay, don't forget your crossover step. Okay, here we go. Back, a couple steps this way, and you're always running with your hand out, okay? There we go.
But your first step's the one that's important, right, Frank?
Your first step is the most important step. That's the step that's got to get you going. We go to our right this time. Here we go, crossover and back. There we go.
All right, now before we do two more, how about explaining what feels good to you about how you get ready while the pitcher's winding up? Probably all four of us will have a different way of doing it.
Right, I'm sure we do, Mike. What I like to do is I like to draw an imaginary line in front of me where I consider my starting point. And then I'll back up behind that particular point. And as the pitcher's going through his windup, and just as he's going through his windup, I'm creeping up with my hands up, my feet are shoulder length apart. When the ball gets to the hitter, I'm right here in this position here. And I'm on the balls of my feet, and I'm ready to go left and right, as whichever way the ball is hit. I'm ready to react. And by having the weight on the balls of my feet, if it's a high chopper over the mound, still I'm on my toes, and I just continue in this fashion. So each player has his own comfortable zone.
All right, follow me. Let's go somewhere else. You got four people here. I think we can all play second. We can all play short. I think we can all play third, too, if you want to know the truth. Let's talk about the double play a little bit. It really doesn't matter where we stand. In a minute, we'll go through a few, but aren't there a few ways that you turn a double play as a second baseman?
Right, Mike. Like you said, you were a second baseman at one time, and you know how many different ways there are to turn a double play. I usually make my determination by how hard the ball is hit, right, or how cleanly my fielders get the ball out of their glove. One way that I really enjoy doing it is I'll approach the base as fast. I get to the base as fast as I can, put the base between my feet, and have my weight on the balls of my feet. And when I receive the throw from the infielder, then I like to tag the base with my left foot and then do my little jump and turn. And if I am hit by the runner, then the worst I can get is just a bruised rear end, and I'm ready for the next play.
Hear that, Mike?
But the key thing is to be off the ground, Mike.
And how about this? How about a key thought is you always have more time than you think you have?
That is true.
How many out of 10 of your double plays are made by staying right on the bag?
I find that most of mine are made by standing on the bag.
So how about the crossover and the step back?
Okay, the crossover is usually on a play where the ball is hit slow to your third baseman or to your shortstop, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play here at second base, and you might not have time to get up in there. So you're going to come to the base, put that foot in the center of the base, go across, and then go to first base.
No wonder.
And do your little turn.
No wonder I could never get you in the World Series. Look where you are. There's no way.
Well,
we had a key play in the World Series, didn't we?
But a key thing, Mike, is knowing who's at first base.
That's true.
And I'm still wearing the same pants I wore then.
How about when you step back?
Okay, stepping back, it takes a strong arm. And I found that this is one that I don't do very well. A guy like Manny Trio, who has a strong arm from second base, this is ideal for him. Where the ball is hit hard to the third baseman or the shortstop, he'll come to the base, and he'll catch that ball, back up, and then fire a strike to first base. Usually it's down here someplace.
Yeah, but the good ones, you guys all have all three and maybe a couple more available to you, right, if you need them?
Well, there are quite a few available, and with me, the runner dictates which one I use.
Okay, let's move around and let's talk about shortstop a little bit. You can talk about it from this side, and then we'll run through a few.
Okay, shortstop is pretty basic. There are not too many different ways to turn a double play at shortstop. The key thing here, in my opinion, Mike, is to, when you approach the base, keep your body in the center of the base. So if the throw is on the inside part, you can do that. You can put your left foot on the base, come inside, and throw to first base.
That happens very seldom, right?
That's very seldom, because most second basemen give their shortstops good throws. And what shortstops like to do, they like to come to the base, get the ball, and kick it with their right foot, get that shoulder down, and make a good strike to first base.
One thing that we might think about here, how about where you're throwing that ball from and making me, the runner, slide?
Right.
How can you protect yourself?
If I was playing shortstop against Mike, my first thought would be he's a tough base runner. He comes in hard at second base, and I would tell my second baseman to get me the ball, chest high preferably, so that I can get to the base, I can get that throw, get my shoulder turn, and keep the throw down here.
Wait a minute, I don't know whether I can get under that.
But
that's the idea.
But that's what most of your good shortstops do. Boa, Patek was good at it when he was playing for Kansas City. They'd come across his base, they'd kick it real hard here, get that shoulder down here, and they'll throw a strike right to first base, and it's usually no more than 3 feet high off the ground. That'll make them slide.
How about we run through a couple? Thataway. Okay. Now remember, you don't have to overthrow.
Don't wind up now.
Hey, Frank, why don't you let Mike try your gloves, see what it's like getting the ball out of one a little smaller.
Okay, let's go, Mike.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
See?
That's a big
always
difference.
the glove, wasn't it?
It's always the glove, I think, Mike. He uses a bigger glove. And I think he misjudged it a little bit.
Mike, remember one thing. Always blame the glove.
Okay, Christy, one of the things you can do here is that when you field a ground ball from shortstop and you want to shovel it underhand, you got to take your body with it. And just follow through with your whole body, because you have to put something on the throw. If you lob that ball up in the air like that, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So you just want to get that ball, give it to him, and run straight through.
We're going to talk about some base running now, and we can't have a guy that's any better at base running than Tim Raines. Timmy, it's great to have you here. How you feeling?
Good, good. The legs are feeling just good.
What about this Ricky Henderson, the American League? This guy must be some be able to steal all them bases.
Well, it's giving me a lot of competition. I feel that it's going to be me and him again this year.
Before we get to stealing now, when actually does the art of base running, or the ability to run bases good, start for you? When does that start? Not necessarily down to first base, right?
Well, it always starts at the plate.
That's right. You got to get to first base before you can steal.
Yes, you know, you can't steal any bases from the dugout, so you have to get on base first.
All right, let's talk about, you've hit the ball, you're taking off towards first base. Now, let's say you know it's in the infield. Where do you pick up the bag? What's the first thing you do when you're heading towards first base?
Well, first I pick up the bag from the batter's box, and then I go through the bag, and then I take it from my first base coach. If he tells me that I can round the base, then I make that turn.
Yeah, well, you're just listening to him, really. You're not actually watching him, because you know you got to get to this point. Where do you try to hit the bag with your foot?
Well, I always try to hit the front of the bag, because, you know, the quicker you get there, and by hitting it in the front of the bag, you get there a lot faster. Instead of, you know, hitting the bag back here, that takes about 1/10 or 2/10 of a second off your time getting to first base.
How many times have you been called out when the umpire tells you your foot was right there?
Well, I think it made the difference of batting 300 and batting, you know, 280.
All right, now how about when you round the bag, Timmy? You're coming from right over here, and you're coming through here, and you're heading towards second base. How do you like to hit it?
Well, I like to hit it with the left foot also, because you're going to make that wide, not such a wide turn, but you're going to make that turn, so once you hit the bag, you're going to come in at a direct angle to second base, because the fastest way to get from one point to the other is the straight line. So that's why we like to make that angle and hit it on the inside part of the bag and again go straight to second base.
All right, how about we get the kids at home plate? We'll try a few of these.
Let's go, Mike.
Now, see, Mike's not looking at the front of the bag. There he is right now. He just did.
Okay, Mike. You didn't pick up the base fast enough.
Come on over here, Mike. Quick, hurry up, hustle up.
You didn't pick up the base fast enough, and once you picked it up, you end up hitting the bag way back here. Which should take 1/10 of a second off. And, you know, you might have been just a split second out, but if you got there, the front foot here, you might have been safe. So it means a lot to get hit in the front of the bag. It means you could be safe out.
All right, think about that, Mike.
Let's
front
go.
of the bag comes Tony now. He can run pretty good.
Let's go, Tony. Show me your speed.
Pretty good, but they keep hitting the top of that bag.
Yes, and Tony, you hit it with the wrong foot too. So I see all you guys, you can hit it with the wrong foot and you're hitting it like way up top of the bag. So, you know, you always want to hit the front of the bag, and I like to hit it with the left foot. So, okay?
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, Garrett. He can play. He's got his eye on the bag.
Go, Gary.
Yes.
All right. Perfect.
Go away, Gary. All right, let's see you round that bag now.
Okay.
Single to center field.
It's a single now. You might have a chance to go to second.
We're going to second. Rob, hustle back here. Hurry up.
Okay,
hustle
Rob.
back.
Okay. You really didn't make your veer once you got down the line. You know, you sort of made your turn here, and it made you go way almost out in the right field. So you want to make a wider turn so you can get in position to go towards second base like this way.
So, Timmy,
okay?
let's think, yeah, like you said, you see where the chalk line breaks out right there. You ought to be thinking about getting out on the grass, way down there.
So you can,
yeah, so you can get to second base with a straight line.
So you can, you know, I saw you going all the way out in the right field. So you want to get in a better angle so you can get towards second base a lot faster.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Come on, Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
Round the bag. There's another one. Same exact thing, Timmy.
Okay, you did the same thing. See, I see you guys, you know, you're coming straight down the line, then you want to make a turn. So, okay, you want to get out here in the grass once you get closer to the bag so you can make an angle so you can go right towards second base. What I mean is, you know, by the time you get up in here, you're going to be here. Not really. I see you guys coming right down here. So you want to be...
How about running back to home plate and walking through one real quick for the kids, about half speed, and show them what you mean by breaking out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? By getting out.
Okay.
Hustle down there and show them, because I don't want all 8 of them to run down here and do it the wrong way.
Okay, I'm illustrating, you know, making a turn, okay? Okay, you want to come straight down the line till you get about here, then you make a veer way out here. So once you touch the bag, you're going to go straight towards second base.
Cut out now so you can get a straight line. That-a-way. Now you're talking.
Perfect.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Talk about leading off a little bit. Some things you have to be good at before you actually can attempt to steal the bag. How about the one-way lead? Now, what does that mean?
Well, a one-way lead is the type of lead that you take when you don't know the pitcher that's out on the mound. You want to take a one-way lead so he can make you give him, you know, his best move towards first base. And then you can take it from there. So
how many times would you do that? Once or twice, 3 times?
Well, I like to do it my first time on base, so I like, you know, for the pitcher to give me his best move right away. The main thing in getting your lead is always keeping your eye on the pitcher. You should never take your eye off the pitcher. For that one split second that you take your eye off the pitcher, you could be thrown or picked off at first base. So you should always pick up the pitcher once you get to first base. Then take maybe 3 long strides is my normal lead. Everybody doesn't have the same type of lead, okay? Everybody's different, okay? Like myself, I have a shorter lead than maybe Omar Marino, who has a long lead and always come back in head first. Ricky Henderson and myself might have the same type leads, but maybe he might come in head first, and I don't like to come in head first, which I feel you could, it's more subject to getting injured. So I take 3 long strides, and I never cross over. That's another thing, never cross over.
What's the reason for that?
The reason for crossing over, once you cross over, that
here he comes, right?
Here comes the ball, and then you can't get back.
Yeah.
So that's what all pitchers is looking for, a guy to cross over, and that's that split second that, you know, get all twisted up, maybe trip, getting back to first base.
As soon as you arrive here, those pitchers all start thinking about throwing to first.
Yeah.
As soon as you get here. Now, I may come down here and throwing to first may not even enter their mind, but as soon as he gets here come the throws to first 4 or 5 times every time he gets over here.
So that's why, you know, you take your lead, which I'm crossing over now, but I'm going to show you how I get out here. And I'm always on the balls of my feet, and I'm always relaxed. You know, once you start getting tense, you know, thinking like I got to go to second base now, and you start leaning towards second, then here comes the pitcher throwing over the first, and you caught, you can't get back. So that's why you always want to be relaxed on the balls of your feet, and maybe have your front foot pointed towards second base.
Very good point. Very good point. So you can get out of there, right?
So you can get out of there, because, you know, once you make your move towards second base, you know, if you got that foot pointed towards second, you don't really have to make that extra step towards second. So it's like a pivot and then taking off towards second base.
All right, how about your first step the other way? Now, we get out there, we got to be able to get back and have the confidence that we can get back to first base, right?
Okay, I like to do it going in here and feet first. You know, a lot of guys like Omar Marino always go back in first base feet first.
Right.
I mean, hands first. But, you know, once I get out here, I get my normal lead. And when you're doing almost the same thing as going to second base, still in the base. So you're going to pivot, you're going to cross over and try to take as less amount of strides as you can, get back into the bag.
What you're talking about is one step and a hop almost.
One step and a hop directly on the bag. Let's go, Tony.
Now you can do it a little. You can lead a little bit farther, right? You can get back with a crossover step and a big hop.
You got longer legs.
All right, here we go. Get back, get back.
There you go. Perfect.
That way?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Now, do you think you're far enough out you can get there with one step and a hop? You're pretty far.
On the balls of your feet now.
Okay, we're ready to go either way. Get back, get back.
Good, good.
Now, the only problem is you might have been too far, Timmy. And if you hit that bag and end up losing your balance, you might come off the bag.
Yeah, and you find a lot of first basemen with a strong tag and try to get you to, fall off the bag and maybe umpire call you out.